Hello, welcome to this quick demonstration on how PCI software can be used to align imagery that has misalignment issues and then perform some simple analysis such as calculating vegetation indices. So let me start up the tool and I'll load up a couple of images which I know have some alignment issues. Now this imagery is collected over the same location on two different dates. So I'll just load them up here. So we have an image on May 10th and an image on May 25th. You can see the alignment issues are quite bad. We have quite a big shift here. Okay, so luckily we have this tool which is simplifies the process of number one, aligning the images. So the first thing I'll do is I'll pull up the image alignment tool and I'll specify the May 10th as the first image as the reference image. Now if I had an existing image over the same location that was accurate to within the specification that I require, I could select that image and correct both of these images to that reference image. In this case, I'll just use the May 10th image. And I'll correct the May 25th image to the reference layer, which is in this case, as I mentioned, May 10th. So very simply, I can just select reference, uncorrected, set my folder for export, and I'll just hit run. So the tool is automatically collecting ground control points and aligning the images to each other so that we have perfect alignment between those two layers. Okay, so the tool has completed the processing. It only took about 35 seconds or so for this image. And so I have multiple layers here. I have my original layers, which are May 10th and May 25th. The one that was aligned as I set it up was May 25th. So if I turn this original May 25th layer off and I toggle the May 25th, the new layer on, you can see that now we have perfect alignment. I can actually pull up a visualization tool and I can swipe just to do an inspection on the different layers. You can see that it's very, very good. The alignment is excellent. So this is obviously step number one in terms of doing analysis on the same location with different images. Okay, so now that I've got my images perfectly aligned, what I'll do is I'll pull up the next tool, which is going to be the Vegetation Index tool. So let me first calculate the vegetation index on the May 10th image. This is a RapidEye image, so it has 5 channels. So I'll just specify which channels are available. So you can see that I've selected the 5 channels and I've indicated which channel contains the different spectral bands. And I'll simply calculate an NDVI for this demonstration. I'll hit apply and I'll specify the location where that will be exported and just hit run. Okay, so that's complete. So I have a May 10th vegetation index, so I can repeat the same steps for my May 25th image. You can see here just in a few clicks. It's very easy to do. Okay, so let's just quickly review what we have. So as I mentioned, we already have our 2 images that are aligned. And what we did is we calculated vegetation index. So here's the vegetation index for May 10th. So you can see that. We can represent the May 10th image by showing the infrared information. So if I go to my RGB mapper, for the red channel, I'll choose the near infrared. So you can see now the near infrared is what we can see on screen. So this is a false color composite. And you can see that the bright areas are indeed related to the strong reflectance in the near infrared. So you can see that there are some changes between the 2 acquisitions. These fields here are changing in terms of their state. You can see that this area is quite a bit more reflective on the 25th, so presumably a crop is coming in here. And these 2 fields are quite bright as well, so more crops are growing up and are coming up in this area. And if I turn on the veg index for the May 25th, you can see also that is representing the relative strength of the near infrared in the vegetation index. So if we just compare the 2 vegetation indices, you can see the changes. So hopefully that gives you a sense of how easy it is to use PCI software to do quick image alignment and then to perform different vegetation indices. We can of course perform other vegetation indices. If I select my May 10th image and I go back to my vegetation index and select which channels I have available, I have all of these different vegetation indices that are available as well. So we could do mcarry, mtvi. These are used for they make use of the red edge band that's only available with RapidEye. Quite a few different vegetation indices available, and we can actually multiple select all the ones that we want to get, and the tool will calculate all of these for us all at once if we want to. So I can apply all of that, and then just hit run. So you can see we have all the different vegetation indices here that are available in that channel. So I can toggle between the mtvi, mcarry, and so on. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this quick demonstration, and if you have any questions, be sure to get in touch. Thanks for watching.